Hey everybody, welcome to The Blacklist, the show where we interview the elite. Today we have Tony and Arnie right here next to me. They are two of three of the founding members of IIC, which is Insider Investors Club. They're phenomenal. Arnie right here has been to like 30 countries. He's like 27, something like that. But basically, he's a Facebook group king. Tony is a master at finances, worked at Wall Street for a long, long time. Saw the little guy get crushed, and now he's helping out a lot of people. So I appreciate you both being on the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, excited to be here.
So, for people that don't know what IIC is, and I know we mentioned it a little bit, but what is that? First of all, I already said what it stands for. What is it meant for? What is it meant to do?
So IC, basically, we got started to help people get access to deals, knowledge, and people that the average investor can't find.
Yeah.
And we got started because of we met through another business group, and the opportunities in groups like that are completely different from what the average investor will see.
That's true.
Average investor is going to see the random crappy stocks that Tony's going to talk about, I'm sure, but a lot of the really unique opportunities never even go to the public. So you got to be in the right rooms with the right people to tap into things like that.
Yeah. How are you guys finding these deals? Because I know, like, you were living in Mexico, was it? Cancun? Right? And then you went to go visit him because you guys were looking at a deal, right? At another, like, hotel or something like that you guys wanted to invest in?
We have found that we like to throw our events kind of experiential.
Yeah.
So we'll look for opportunities in areas that are, again, as Arnie was saying, very unique. We had a relationship with Wagner, and we were able to do some stuff. Got about 8 of these franchises, of these acai bowl franchises.
Yeah.
Well, his headquarters were in Utah. It was this massive little man cave he has with his planes and
I
his
seen it, dude.
cars.
Looks fucking sick.
So we
yeah.
threw our event there. That was kind of cool to have the CEO talk and then to be able to throw that kind of event. Right now, Arnie lives out of the 30 plus countries he's lived in.
Yeah.
He lives in Playa del Carmen. And, there's a big misconception that investing in Mexico is scary or,
Right.
there are bad things to look at. But again, when you have insider access, and we use that word insider loosely as a double entendre, there's illegal insider trading and insider activity, but there's a way to be on the inside, have access to these types of deals. And a lot of it's relationships, man. It's never, that your buddy's giving you a hot stock tip or, it's not that Zuckerberg was my roommate. Now I invested with them.
Right.
It's literally the building that he's living in this beautiful part of Playa now is up for sale. And we're talking about maybe doing that with our members. And we don't sell investments. I think that's the thing you and I spoke about.
Yeah.
That's really important even from the regulator standpoint. We do things with family and friends. We have a tribe, we have a membership group, and we do really fun things together, but then educating people. Not all of our members invest with us. Some of them just want that education, and we actually want to empower them to go do things on your own. A beautiful studio like this may cost $10, $15 million, but me, you, and a handful of our other bigger friends that have a little bit of capital, we could all pool our money together. And there's no reason why we can't buy a big asset together.
Right. And that's what happened with the beachfront hotel, right, that you guys purchased?
Yeah, man, that was a crazy deal that one of our members approached us with at a networking event.
Yeah.
She knew about the background that Jeff and I had, got connected with Arnie and myself, and said, "Hey, listen, we had a passing in the family. Margaritaville was coming in offering about $15 million. We got it for 11.
Yeah.
Wired $3 million within the span of I think it was 24 hours. But that was the power of our
Nice.
group. We
Yeah.
made one line, and this is a private offering. This isn't like an SEC offering, but we're doing everything by the book, doing everything legit. And more importantly, there's no commissions or fees. Like I was saying before, if the investors win, we win.
Right.
If the investors lose, not only do we lose our money, but we lost our time as well. So I think that's a big differentiating factor.
And I also think, like, a big part of it is community, right? Like, a lot of people, sure, they'd love to invest in the deals, but they also want to be in the same rooms as Arnie, as Tony, as Jeff, because you guys all have different things that you're really good at, right?
Yep.
So even if they don't invest in the deals, even the masterminds that you guys throw or, like, the big events that you guys throw, they're still connecting with a bunch of other business owners, and you guys cap it, right? You guys cap the limit of how many people you have in the group?
Yeah, and one thing I found too is it's very unique to have all of those different types of entrepreneurs and people because you might not want to buy a whole property yourself,
Sure.
but somebody has 50 grand and say, hey, I want to get part of that place that you're looking at in Mexico or whatever.
Yeah.
It makes it a whole lot more doable, and you don't have to take on the full responsibility of doing it all yourself.
Yeah.
Arnie's being a little modest. So, as everybody thinks I'm big, or I spoke on some stages, but Arnie's a little celebrity in his little corner of
Oh,
the
he
world.
is. He is.
We were in Mexico, and literally we're in some nice restaurant. And there's from 70-year-olds to 20. Arnie, is that you? I bought your course 3 years ago, and I made my first 100 grand from listening to you. And he's nonchalant about it, and his girlfriend Ruby's like rolls her eyes. Like, oh, here we go. It's the Arnie show. But man, that happens to us in Mexico. He's lived in Medellin. He's lived in Barcelona. So all of these places, he built a community, and that's something that I didn't understand coming from Wall Street. I didn't appreciate it.
Yeah.
And when he approached me and he said, "Hey, listen, I can build a community around your message, Jeff's message, because I've learned from you guys." And at first, I was a little gun shy about it. I didn't just want to be podcast number 10,456. But when you do something like what you're doing that's powerful, that's special, that's unique, it resonates with people. And in that first year, we capped the group at 100. We hit our 100. And now we found that there's a lot more people that want help. Maybe they don't have the 40,000 a year to be a member of the group, but they want access to us. They want access to be able to ask us information and learn from our lessons. So we're rolling out a new program now. The price point's going to be closer to 3,000 to 5,000 a year. People can still come to our over-the-top events if they want to pay for that. But some people genuinely just want a good tribe of people that they can tap into once a month on Zoom. Very similar to what Waylon's doing. I really admire the tribe he's built. Now he's coming at it from a different angle, but he's got a light to shine, as he says, and I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah, no, that's powerful, and I think making that price point that can just bring in a lot more people. I remember I approached Arnie when it first started, dude, and he was like, "Yeah, because you guys were upping the price, right? You guys were testing price points and things
For the
like
family.
that." And the first price point I think was like 3,000 or something. I forgot exactly what it was, but I was like, "Arnie, I want to get in," And he's like, "All right, this is the price, and then it's for the next 10 people, and the next 10 people it'll grow, right?" I'm like, "I'll wait." And then the next 10 people grew, and then I'm like, fuck, I literally lost on the first fucking pricing that I kind of got. And then now it's like, obviously it's like 40,000. Yeah, 40,000 a year to be in it, right? So for people that are listening that want to kind of get inside access, don't make the same mistake I did and think like, oh, whatever, I'll do it later. Because, they cap it at 100 people, and that shit goes by quick.
Yeah, and
So,
the cap is now for that private group. Like I
right.
said, the 40,000. What we realize now is more people want to come to the events, and
Yeah.
we were doing over the top events. Like I was telling you, we had Coolio at the last Super Bowl party before he passed for here in Vegas, and we rented out the Palms. We just did this massive event in Hawaii where we get beautiful resort in Kauai.
Yeah.
But not everybody can take time away from their family and from their kids. So I think now what we're doing is this lower price platform with no theoretic cap on that, because it's digital. A Zoom, we can have 1,000 people on it. The events will be capped, so it'll be like a 300-person event. We're excited here soon. Hopefully, we're going to do a big event at Dan Fleischman's new ranch in Temecula.
Nice.
Super looking forward to that, man. I mean, that guy's got a man cave, a zoo, underground shooting facility, feigning goats. You name it.
Yeah, I've seen those before on like TikTok and stuff like that. Right, those are the goats that you scare or whatever. And
They just
shock up.
flip
Yeah,
over.
yeah. That's crazy. And like, so do you get these venues because I mean, I know you're very well known in Vegas, but like, do you guys get these venues because you just know them? Like, you're very good friends with these guys?
Yeah, so I think one of the big things about the venues is like we try and tie it into the deals. Kind of like we had the event at Wag Space. Our very first event came together in like less than 30 days,
Wow.
and we hosted it pretty much next door to one of the other properties that we flipped out in Corona del Mar, California.
Yeah.
And being able to be at the house of our developers and have 30 people come out and cram in on the roof and have an awesome little event.
That's smart.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It's very experiential.
When you invest in a stock or a mutual fund, you never meet the CEO, you never meet the
Right.
guy. It's always you're getting a piece of paper, and somebody could make a foolish decision, and you lose every penny. For us, it's really important that when we make an investment, for our people to meet the contractor, meet the lawyer, meet the
Yeah.
attorney, meet how we found the source, and just the transparency. After getting screwed on Wall Street myself and seeing how many different ways they can figure out how to fuck people, it was really important for me and for all of us, for that transparency and to show there's so many good ways to do business, which breaks my heart how many people just fuck each other over money.
Yeah, and I like the model that you guys have where it's like, if the deal does go bad, like you guys end up losing too, It's
100%.
like it's not like you mentioned earlier where a financial advisor is going to win anyways because they have a fee,
Yeah, because that's like how it started was me investing in some of Jeff and Tony's deals. Like,
Yeah.
I was an investor in that California deal before IAC was even created.
Yeah.
And so other people are saying like, Arnie, how did you get into real estate investing in California? Like that's not your background.
Yeah.
I was like, well, these guys have experience, connections, great deals.
Yeah.
So they're like, can I get on one of those deals? I'm like,
Yeah, we should monetize
give
it.
me a minute.
Yeah. Well, how does Jeff play a part into this? Because he has a ton of businesses, right? Like you guys each have your individual power, you know. So I know Jeff wasn't able to be here today, but what's his power? What's
Yeah,
his?
like Jeff, he's been around the block.
Yeah.
Like he's seen so many different deals, transactions gone good, gone bad. He also has a business brokerage, and
Where they sell companies, right?
yep,
Buy and sell company.
Yeah.
uh-huh. So I think like his big superpower is literally it's not theory when he's coming in to solve a problem or to help set up a deal to look for potential problems or make sure the contracts are the right way, all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's he's done it, and he has that extra vision that less experienced people won't have. So a lot of people I know look to him as a mentor. I know I definitely do too, and yeah, he's a very smart guy.
Yeah, because if you have that many businesses, you know what works, you know what doesn't work, you know where you got fucked and stuff like that. So it's like, damn, that's kind of crazy. You guys are like the Avengers. 'Cause yeah, like your background is in finances, so like obviously you know about deals, you know where people can get fucked. I think your power is like community, right? You're
Yep.
fucking great at that, like one of the best. Yeah, like how many, for example, like when I first knew about you, a little bit later actually, like your communities that you've grown, like everybody wants to work with Arnie because you know how to create Facebook groups. You know how to create engaged Facebook groups. And people, if they do it correctly, it's not just a place for community, it's also a great marketing channel, a great revenue driver.
Absolutely.
That's just an additional way, right? So like yeah, I'm just impressed, by all of you guys. And then Jeff, obviously, he runs a lot of businesses, so he knows that logistics and stuff like that about businesses and contracts. What's the future look like for IIC?
Yeah, I think the just now, especially that we don't have the cap on it, it can really expand out more.
Yeah.
And like we got a lot of people that I want to be a part of that, but I'm not at that spot to pay a big yearly.
Yep.
But they can absolutely pay a little less, be a part of the club, come to some of the events. So there's been some like stuff on the back burner, like we've been working on a mobile app for like a long time.
Nice.
But we just been putting off actually finishing it and getting it out. So really being able to get this message out there to help people get smarter about this stuff.
And think about it,
become more
man.
educated.
When we were in college or when we went to school, we had freaking home ec, PE, and all this shit. There was never a credit course. Nobody
No.
taught you how to boost your credit. Nobody told you how to deal with, foreclosures. Nobody taught you how to buy your first FHA house. These are the little tiny things that even as a financial advisor, they weren't telling you. You were just taught how to sell. And no disrespect to any of my financial advisor friends. I know I still have dozens of them in the industry. But most of these advisors are recommending shit to people they're not even buying.
Right.
So one of the things we pride ourselves on is, putting skin in the game. Every single deal that we find, we put our own money together, and then we just pull it together. But going back to the IAC vision is what can we do to empower the future? Right now, with the power of podcasting, and people are realizing that unless you want to be an astronaut or an engineer, you don't fucking need college. Like college is you come out, you got a couple $100,000 in debt. The kid can't even write a paper. And so for me, it's like, what do I wish I could go back 30 years and talk to Tony?
Yeah.
What the things that he's now, if I was at his age, having access to me, we'd own this bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny too because especially when I was more starting out in the investing world, I would run all kinds of random ideas or come across deals or this and that.
I feel like there's always a new fucking deal, like a new, something new.
And I would run them by these guys, and it's like no.
Yeah.
But I would always say, okay, why? And I would learn a little bit every time. I go, oh, okay, that's how that works.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool.
So for the people that want that with the new one, the new program that you guys are coming out with, what do they get access to? You said the events, the tribe. What else?
Yeah, so the big picture with that is, like we said, it's online, so anybody can access it anytime. We do a couple of different Zoom calls a month.
Yeah.
And we also have kind of like a IC Black Card kind of thing.
Yeah.
Basically, some of our other sponsors and partners have exclusive benefits that they give to our members.
For
So
example,
badass.
you
Really
may
cool.
end up being on the black card, so that'll be like a platinum, AMX where you get privileges.
Yeah.
And it may be like somebody wants to experience something like this, or somebody wants to be on TV like you got us yesterday.
Yeah.
And your normal price may be 20 grand, but because you're aligned with us, we're giving our members a value. Giving the things that the average person doesn't have access to would be really cool.
That's
We
so
also
badass.
shot about 100 videos, little 3 to 5 minute videos. We took our whole team down to Playa del Carmen, beautiful setting, and we did little things like, what's better, a Roth or a regular IRA? You know, that
Yeah.
took me 10 years as a financial advisor to even figure out,
Yeah.
should I convert my Roth? Those little tiny things that can make a massive difference. So giving people the ability to say, I want to learn more about real estate. Let me watch these 3 to 5 minute, not boring models, and then having access to these events. And the events are, I cannot stress enough the power of proximity.
Yeah.
You've definitely mastered that. But it's that one person you meet in the room. It's that one transaction. It's that one human connection you'll make changes the trajectory of your
Yeah, powerful. Well, I'm excited to see it. You know, I'm joining, but
life.
I appreciate you guys being on the show. Where can people find both of you, and then also the new program?
For me, Instagram, the Insider Investor is the easiest one. The Insider Investor. It's got a blue check mark. Got a lot of imitation ones. I'm never going to sell you Bitcoin. I'm never going to slide into your DM and sell you shit. So that one's not me. And then the website, Arnie.
Yeah, just insiderinvestors.com.
Yep.
Cool. And then where can people find you?
I'm more on Facebook, so just check me out, Arnie Giske.
JSKE. That's his jam. Facebook.
Yep.
All righty, perfect. Well, thank you guys for being here.
Pleasure
Sure,
having you.
thanks for having me, man.
Thank you.